Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayana Namaskritya Naram Jaiv Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Vire Nashtaprahesha Bhadresha Sevaya Bhagavati Uttam Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naistiki. So everybody had wonderful Diwali function, festival. And next day of Diwali is known by different names. Annakut, Govardhan Puja, or maybe some other names. So when Krishna was about 7 years old, so the Damodar Lila happened on Diwali and Govardhan Lila happened on next day. But the year-wise, it was different years. So Krishna was about 7 years old. So he saw a day after Diwali, and Nand Baba was directing all the Gopas to arrange this, and Yashoda Maya was busy cooking different items, and all the ladies were cooking different items, and everybody was running around making so much of arrangements and cooking so much of food stuff, loading up the bullock carts. So Krishna went to his father, Nanda Baba. Baba, what are you doing? What is happening here? Arey Lala, don't bother me. I'm very busy. Go play inside, whatever. No, Baba, tell me, what is this? What are you doing? What is all this arrangement? Is it like a family tradition? Is it that you have read in scriptures? And little Krishna, 7 years old, and he has all these wonderful questions. And Baba and Krishna said, you should not keep. We are a family member and should not keep any secrets between family members. And Baba was like, look at him. He is talking like a big boy, big man. So Baba explained that this is our a tradition in our family that we pay thanks to Indra to provide rains, because when he provides rains, there is grass all over, and then cows eat the grass. Cows give us milk, and the bulls eat the grass, and the bulls we use for tilling the land for agriculture purposes, and then we get all the opulences, all the money. So we pay thanks to Indra every year for the rain he has given, and for future he should continue to give us rains. So Krishna, when he heard that, in his heart, he wanted to break the pride of Indra, because he doesn't like pride in the hearts of his devotees. And sometimes devotees, and Indra being the chief demigod, he gets proud. And so Krishna used this pretext to break the pride of Indra and to establish the glories of Govardhan Hill. So Krishna told Baba that, Baba, what is Indra got to do with the rains? See, when we do good karma, then the demigods, they have to give us all the facilities for material advancement. They just give the reactions for our karma. What's Indra got to do with this? If you don't do sacrifice, if you're doing good karma, they have to give the results. So technically, this is called karma mimamsa philosophy, which actually is not true. Just like even if we do good karma, still the result has to come from higher authorities. It's not like when I do good karma, I can decide, or I can be rest assured of, or I have done a good karma and I'll get the reaction when I want, where I want, how much I want, I'll get the reaction. It doesn't work like that. There's so many other factors that are looked into. But anyway, and also when we'll get the reaction, that's also not sure. But Krishna, his main aim was to establish the glories of Govardhan. and to cut the pride of Indra. So he was first he said that, and then he said that if you then he was talking about like an atheist. I don't think you need to worship any demigod. Why you need to worship demigods? Uh, I'm going to read from Krishna book the exact lines. I don't think you need to worship any demigod for the successful performance of your agricultural activities. Every living being is born according to his past karma and lives his life simply taking the result of his present karma. Everyone is born in different types or species of life according to his past activities, and he gets his next birth according to the activities of life. So, so what he was trying to say was, karma is supreme. But then he changed the theme when he saw Nand Baba is not agreeing to this. He said, okay, if we ever have to worship anybody, we should worship Govardhan, because Govardhan is the one that provides everything for our cows. Govardhan provides good grass for our cows, provides good fruit, trees with the fruits. It has lots of lakes where we get good water from. So he was like, Govardhan provides us everything. So instead of worshipping Indra, we should worship Govardhan. Baba said, well, okay, if you are saying, let us first worship Indra and then we'll go and worship Govardhan. But Krishna, being Krishna, he somehow convinced Nanda Maharaj that we don't need to worship Indra anymore. We should go and worship Govardhan. But looking at that atheistic philosophy of karma mimamsa, that whatever we do, we'll get the reaction. Many times people give this logic, and which is, according to them, is the correct logic. They say Bill Gates here in America, or now Jeff Bezos, he's the richest man, or Warren Buffett, or Zuckerberg, big, very, very rich people. They don't perform any Lakshmi Puja like we do during Diwali. They don't go to any temples to worship any demigods. They have so much of wealth, and they have lots and lots of wealth. And then they claim that Einstein didn't perform any Saraswati Puja and he was so intelligent. Newton didn't perform any Saraswati Puja. In India, everybody is lining up to do Saraswati Puja. But we don't understand. We're not supposed to look at life from one lifetime perspective only. Whether they have done Lakshmi Puja or not, but they have done plenty of pious activities in the previous lifetimes. Plenty, many, many, many of them. And that is why they get to reap the rewards of those pious activities. It's not that Bill Gates or Jeff Bezos, they are the most intelligent people in the world, or they are the most hardworking people. There are so many people, they work harder than them. There are so many people, they're very intelligent, more intelligent than them. But they don't have the credit of those pious activities. That's why they haven't made that kind of money. So, coming back to our Govardhan Puja. So somehow Nand Baba got convinced, and when Nand Baba is convinced, he's the king of Braja. So he told everybody, okay, let's follow Krishna and let's go and worship Govardhan. And when they reached Govardhan, because 7 years old, then Krishna was in Nandagaon. So they reached Govardhan, they load up everything on the bullock carts, all the foodstuffs they had prepared. So they reached Govardhan. So Nand Baba asked Krishna, now you are the one who wanted Govardhan worship. Now tell us, how do you want us to worship Govardhan? So Krishna said, okay, let's put all the bhoga that we have brought, let's put everything here in front of Girirajji. And that is the, when we do Govardhan Parikrama, there is a village called Anyor. So that is the place where this worship was done or started, where Giriraji was offered all the items. So when the items were being offered, unknown to everybody, Krishna expanded himself, and as Govardhan, he appeared as a huge personality. Now Krishna is here along with Nanda Baba, and Krishna is there as Govardhan. And Krishna appeared, and he ate everything that the Brajvasis offered. Everything. And the Brajvasis first they were surprised. What is this happening? And then they were excited. Giriraji has appeared. And then they brought more items. And Krishna, as Govardhan, he ate everything. Then there was nothing more left to be offered. Then Krishna, standing as boy, Nanda Baba's boy, then he told Nanda Baba and the Brahmins, okay, you offer him some tulsi leaves now. And Govardhan, at that time, as Krishna as Govardhan at that time, he was saying, Anyor means give me more, give me more. I'm very hungry, give me more. Then Krishna, because there was nothing left to offer, so they offered some tulsi leaves. And when Govardhan, Krishna ate that tulsi leaves, then he was completely satisfied. And then what he did, he gave back everything as it is for all the Brajvasis to enjoy. All the food was again produced. But now it was prasadam. So Krishna, when he appeared as Govardhan, he showed to the world that he is Govardhan. It's not different from him. Just like we know, they are Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh. So Brahmaji, he performed austerity when Krishna and Radharani were going to appear. And Brahmaji pleased Srimati Radharani, and Brahmaji asked for this boon from Radharani that when you appear, I want to appear in your village to serve you. That's why Brahmaji appeared as a hill in Barsana. So Barsana, the temple of Barsana is on the hill which has 4 peaks. So like it represents 4 heads of Brahma. So Brahmaji is there as that hill in Barsana. And then seeing this, Shivji performed tapasya. And Shivji pleased Krishna. And Shivji said, see, Brahmaji got such a nice benediction. You give me a benediction. I want to serve you. So Shivji appeared as a hill of Nandagaon. So the temple of Nandagaon is on a hill, and that hill is Shivji. And then Vishnuji, that Govardhan. Govardhan is not different from Vishnu or Krishna. Govardhan actually appeared long time back when Krishna hadn't even planned to come. But what had happened was Govardhan appeared as a son of Himalaya, near Himalayas. There was a sage named Pulastya Rishi. He was doing his tapasya near Kashi or Banaras. But when he was doing tapasya, he thought if there was a hill here, it would be very nice. I could sit on that hill, because sitting on plain ground, it's not good for tapasya. So he went to Himalayas, and when he went, so Himalaya is also a person. It's not like just a mountain. It's a person. So when Pulastya Rishi went there, so Himalaya came. He knew big Rishi has come, and we should serve him. So Pulastya Rishi said, I have something to ask from you. And Himalaya said, oh, if I don't fulfill his desire, he might curse me. So he asked, okay, Rishivar, what do you want? Well, he said, I'm coming from Kashi, and I want to take a hill from here to Kashi so that I can sit on that hill and do my tapasya. And I like this little hill of Govardhan. I want to take this hill with me. And Govardhan was very dear to Himalayas. And he said, Himalaya, please, Rishiva, take some other hill. This is very dear to me. But Then he thought if Pulastya Rishi might give me curse, so he kept quiet. But Govardhan was ready to go because actually he wanted to be in Braj. So he told Pulastya Rishi, "Okay, I'm ready to go with you." So Himalaya could not do anything. So Pulastya Rishi picked him up. But Govardhan said, "I have only one condition." What is the condition? Wherever I'll stay on your hand, but wherever you put me down, I'll just stay there. Then I will not move. Tulasi Rishi said, okay, it's not a big deal. I'll take him all the way to Kashi. No problem. So the rishis, they were so powerful. So Pulasi Rishi picked up Govardhan on one hand and he started flying from Himalaya to Kashi. But when this area came, Braj, Govardhan said, I don't want to go away from Braj. I want to be in the Braj. When Radha and Krishna appear, I want to serve them. So he kind of pushed himself down. So Pulasi Rishi felt lots of force on his hand. And because of that pushing, he also felt a need to answer the nature's call. So he came down, he put Govardhan down, and he went to answer the nature's call. Then he took bath, and he came back, and he tried to lift up Govardhan. Govardhan didn't move. Pulastya Rishi was, what is happening? Govardhan said, well, you know our condition. I put that condition. Wherever you put me down, I'll just stay. I'll not move from there. Pulastya Rishi got angry. He went into the pasya, trance. And then in the trance, he saw what Govardhan did. So he cursed Govardhan that every day you will sink in the ground, in the earth, of the size of one sesame seed. So since then, Govardhan has been shrinking actually. And Pulastya Rishi left. But now Govardhan is there in Braj, and he was there to serve Krishna, and he wanted to be here. So that day, so they all performed this Govardhan worship, and then Krishna fed first. He fed the prasadam to everybody, and then he said, "Let's do Govardhan Parikrama." So that time Govardhan was huge, not like today's Govardhan. Today's Govardhan is still very big, but it was compared to 5,000 years ago, it has shrunk. So Krishna kept bullock carts in front and let all the ladies and the old people sit in the bullock carts, and him and Nand Baba and everybody, they started walking, and then they did the whole parikrama. And then they came back. Now Indra got this news. So it must have been a big news for Indra because I mean, nowadays, if you don't do any Indra worship, I don't see him getting angry. But maybe that time it was a big news for him. So he got angry. He said, "How dare these Brajvasis? They listen to this little boy Krishna. It's like a magician, and they don't understand my power. They'd stop my worship. How in the world they did that?" So he called Samvartak cloud. Samvartak cloud comes actually, even the clouds have names, it means their personalities. So Samvartak cloud comes at the time of devastation. So at the time of devastation, what happens? First, there is uh, large, no rain, and sun shines very brightly and it burns everything up. And then there are lots of rain, so everything is flooded, everything is inundated, the whole universe gets inundated. So those are the clouds that come at the time of devastation. They are Samvarta clouds. He called Samvarta clouds. You go and you inundate the whole Braj with your waters. And he called the air god, wind god. You come and you send lots of winds over there in Braj. Nobody should be spared. And Indra himself came with his on his Ravat with his thunderbolt. And when Brajvasis saw this whole scene, the nature, the weather changing, they got afraid. They went to Krishna. Krishna, you told us to do this Govardhan worship. Now look at Indra, what is he doing? And Krishna He said, "Don't worry, follow me." So they all again followed Krishna. They again came back to Govardhan. And then Krishna lifted Govardhan. At where Indra was sending the rain, so at one point there was some gap under Govardhan because of the rain, and Krishna went there and he put his hand in there and he lifted whole Govardhan, and he called all the Brajvasis, "You come under, because we have worshipped Govardhan and Govardhan will protect us. You all come under the Govardhan. You bring your all your cattle and everybody just come." And with this touch of Krishna's lotus hands, Giraji, he was feeling very happy. He was thrilled that now I'm getting a chance to serve Krishna. And he expanded his size also. He became more bigger. So everybody could come under it. And now Krishna had lifted Govardhan. And what he did to add the insult to the injury of Indra, he lifted Govardhan on the pinky finger, not just pinky finger, tip of the pinky finger of the left hand, which is considered the weakest finger of the whole body. And he just climbed on little rocks so he could lift it a little bit higher because he was shorter and Baba and everybody was taller. And he just lifted Govardhan up. Of course, Govardhan was himself floating in the air. Krishna was just putting his hand under it because Govardhan wanted to do this service. And all the cowherd boys, when they saw Krishna is lifting Govardhan, now they are friends of Krishna. They don't think Krishna is God. So they all took out their sticks that they used to herd the cattle. So they just put the sticks under Govardhan. They said, "Krishna, you'll get tired. We are going to help you. Father, don't worry. We are here to help you." And then everybody was under Govardhan for 7 days, 7 nights. Everybody was there. And everybody, including Radharani, gopis, everybody was there. And they were just looking at Krishna lifting Govardhan. And Krishna was happy lifting Govardhan. Now the rain was coming incessantly, and it is said every drop of that rain was like a column. Few huge drops. So seeing the rain like this coming, Krishna sent Sudarshan Chakra. He didn't carry, he just ordered him, "Go." So Sudarshan Chakra came on top of Govardhan and he kept on rotating on top of Govardhan. So not a single drop of rain would fall on Govardhan. And then Anantashesha came. Nobody saw him, but he came. And he made a kind of a dam around Govardhan. So none of the water would come inside because all the Brajvasis were there. So water was all flowing outside Govardhan because the Anantashesha was there, protecting the people inside. And Sudarshan Chakra was there on top of Govardhan. So even the whole Braj, Indra could not destroy even a single blade of grass of the whole Braj. 7 days he tried. And then, as I said, there was wind blowing, fierce winds were blowing. So what Krishna did, while lifting Govardhan one hand, other hand he picked out his flute and he started playing the flute. And he was sucking all this wind that Indra was sending in his flute. So even the winds were not bothering the Brajvasis. So 7 days, 7 nights, this went on. And finally, Indra understood that I made a mistake. Krishna is not an ordinary person. He is a supreme personality of Godhead. So he stopped the rains. And when Brajvasi said, "Okay, now Krishna, everything is stopped and the weather is clear now." So Krishna asked everybody to leave, get out from underneath the Govardhan, go to your homes. So everybody left except the Krishna's friends, boyfriends, cowherd boys, they said, Gopal, you must be tired. So first you leave, and we're gonna hold the Govardhan on our sticks, and then we will come out. You must be tired now. You should leave. Krishna was telling, no, 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 you leave. It's okay. No, 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 Gopal, you leave. It's okay. We'll take care of Govardhan. Krishna said, okay. So what he did, he just tilted Govardhan little bit on one side. And all the cowherd boys, they were holding with their sticks under the Govardhan. Their sticks broke down because so much of weight of Govardhan. And then they said, okay, okay, Gopal, so you carry Govardhan. First we are leaving, and then you come out. So they left, and then Krishna came out, and Krishna put Govardhan back on the ground. And then Krishna and the cowherd boys, they were coming back, but Krishna stopped at a place. That place is called Govindkund now. So where Indra came, actually first Indra went to Brahmaji and he said, I made a mistake. So now I had to rectify. So Brahmaji said, yes, you should go and apologize to Krishna, but take Surabhi with you because Krishna loves cows. And if you take a representative, a devotee that can speak on your behalf, then Krishna will be pleased. So Indra went to Surabhi. He prayed to Surabhi, please come. So Indra came with on Eravat with Surabhi, and demigods came with them. And then they ask Krishna, they make Krishna sit down on a Govardhan rock, like in Singhasan, and Krishna uh, I'm sorry, Surabhi first prayed to Krishna, and Surabhi um, gave him a shower of her milk. Actually, that happened in the Parikrama mark. There's a place called Surabhi Kund. So first that happened at Surabhi Kund, and then Indra brought Krishna at the Govind Kund. So Surabhi Kund is a place when we do Govardhan Parikrama, when we take a dip there. So it is said any offenses we have committed, all those offenses, the reactions, they go away if you take bath in Surabhi Kund, because the offense of Indra was mitigated at that place. And then Indra brought Krishna at the place called Govind Kund. So he gave him Abhishek with Eravat bringing water, and he gave Abhishek to Krishna. And with that water, that Kund was formed, which is called Govind Kund. And at that place, Indra gave him the name Govinda. Of course, Govinda is his eternal name, but somehow the story goes like that. And then Indra did his worship of Krishna with all the puja paraphernalia and the charmer and the peacock fan. And Krishna was pleased. Indra asked for forgiveness. Krishna was pleased. And that is the time when Indra said that I want to offer you somebody that will serve you. Krishna was curious. What is he saying? So then Indra offered. He said, I offer you my son. Arjun is son of Indra, actually. So he offered Arjuna to Krishna to be his friend and be his to serve Krishna. Actually, Krishna was, yes, he wanted to curb the pride of Indra, but he was very happy with Indra. Why? Because of this incident of Govardhan Puja or Govardhan Leela, when Krishna lifted Govardhan Hill, Krishna and all the Brajvasis, including the cows and the animals of the Braj, they could be together for 7 full days and 7 nights without any separation. So all the Brajvasis were very happy with Indra, actually. They were not worried about, oh, Indra is trying to destroy our property. They were just happy that we are with Krishna. That's all. So Krishna was very pleased with Indra. But at the same time, he had to break his pride. So then Indra left, and he went back to heavenly abode, but he left all the puja paraphernalia over there. So then the cowherd boys, actually, they were with Krishna, but when Indra was worshipping, so they all just hid behind the trees because they were scared. Who is this big guy coming and big elephant, white elephant, and so many different people he was saying. And then and when Indra and demigods left, they all came out from behind the trees, and they were saying, "Are Gopal, they were doing worship like this, or somebody picked up the charmer and somebody picked up the peacock fan, and they were doing worship of Krishna. Are Gopal, they were doing like this. Who are the people?" So they were having fun. They just never imagine Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead. So they all came back to Nandagaon, and boys tried to explain what happened, but obviously nobody believed the boys that Krishna is the supreme. Even Krishna lifted Govardhan for 7 days and 7 nights. Still nobody would believe Krishna is the supreme personality of God. That is a love of Brajavasis for Krishna. And Krishna doesn't want any opulence to come and interfere in that love. So to mark that day or pastime, so everybody goes and they perform Govardhan Parikrama on this day, and it's very crowded. So Giraj's mercy, I had done on this Govardhan Parikrama Puja day Parikrama early morning, and but early morning you go, then you can finish it early, and by that time nobody, hardly the crowd is there. But after that, in the daytime, it gets crowded, really, really crowded. And Govardhan is there, and some other day we can talk about all the glories of Govardhan. And once His Holiness Tamalkash Maharaj, he in his Vyas Puja offering for Srila Prabhupada, he wrote that Krishna lifted Govardhan Hill and asked all the Brajvasis to come under Govardhan Hill and take shelter. And he said, Prabhupada, but you have lifted the hill just like hill of Govardhan, you have created and lifted this hill of ISKCON. Krishna invited all the Brajvasis, but you are inviting people from all over the world, all the conditioned souls all over the world to come and take shelter of ISKCON. And Prabhupada, you are the one who's carrying ISKCON. And just like all the Brajvasis, they were very happy sitting with Krishna underneath the Govardhan Hill for 7 days. We all and every living entity can be very happy if they live together, if they stay together under shelter of your ISKCON. It's just when we try to peek out, we just try to just look outside how much the rain is there outside ISKCON, then the Maya captures us. But if we stay under the shelter of ISKCON means the instructions of Prabhupada, then Prabhupada will protect us. Then no Maya can touch us. Just like nothing could damage even a single braid of grass of Govardhan. So similarly, Maya cannot touch anybody who has taken shelter of Prabhupada's instructions. It's just when we don't want to follow, then it's a problem. And also, just like there were like plants and animals on top of Govardhan also, not just underneath, on top also. And Sudarshan Chakra was protecting them. Maharaj said, even the well-wishers of ISKCON, even the friends of ISKCON who don't even become devotees, but they're just well-wishers, even they get the protection by Srila Prabhupada. Classic example of that is when if you read in detail, because I cannot go in detail of that, of Prabhupada and the Juhu temple property, the land for Juhu temple. This Mr. Nair had sold the land to Prabhupada, but he at the same time he had sold it to other people also. He thought he can cheat Prabhupada and take the money from this sadhu and enjoy. But somehow Prabhupada, of course, he is representative of Krishna, so he was more clever. And Prabhupada had told his disciples to build a small temple on that land It was very, very small and very ordinary temple for Adaras Bihari in the beginning. So what Mr. Nair did, he got together with the municipality commissioner and the police commissioner of Bombay, and he sent the municipality people and the police to to arrest the devotees and to break down the temple because he wanted to take a stay order from court that this was illegally built and they have broken, and once it is broken, then nothing can be done. So Prabhupada's disciples, so that day when municipality and police people came, they were fighting with them and police was arresting them. Somehow, one devotee ran away. He was Indian body. I don't know the name. Maybe it's in Ilamrita or somewhere. He ran away from there, and he knew Bal Thackeray. You all know the Shiv Sena Supremo. And he called Bal Thackeray that municipality and police are breaking a Hindu temple in Mumbai. Bal Thackeray got alarmed. He called the municipality commissioner. He said, "You are breaking a Hindu temple in Bombay? You know who Bombay belongs to?" And municipality commissioner said, "Well, I didn't know. I didn't give the orders. Maybe the some engineer himself is doing." So the municipality commissioner sent his people right away to the land, and the municipality people were right on top of the roof where Radha Ras Bihari were staying, and they were going to break down that roof, and these people came and they stopped, and everybody went back. Nobody was there, and only devotees were left, and they were because it happened on Friday, so Saturday, Sunday, the courts were closed. So this Mr. P.L. Sethi, he was a contractor, so he was contracted, and Prabhupada, he had come earlier also to serve Prabhupada. So he brought all his crew and all the items from other construction sites. He said, "I will rebuild the temple in 2 days, and Monday we will take the stay order from the court, so nobody can break whatever is built for 2 days." So he started the construction. Him and his son, they were supervising. So Mr. Nair sent some gundas next day, about 150 of them. Just imagine 150 gundas coming in Mumbai. And Mr. Sethi, his son, and there were few members, the masons and the laborers, they were working. So these gundas came, and the leader of the gunda came to Mr. P.L. Sethi, and he told him to vacate the land. P.L. Sethi, he had a gun, and his son had a gun. P.L. Sethi told him that you are 150 gundas, and we have 2 guns, and we have 100 bullets. Let's see how many of you want to come. And Krishna's mercy, all the gundas ran away. So why I'm saying this? So these two people, Mr. Sethi and Bal Thackeray, obviously. Mr. Sethi was still associated with Prabhupada afterwards also. But Bal Thackeray never met. He once met Prabhupada. Prabhupada came to Bombay and Prabhupada went to see him. And Prabhupada thanked him for saving the land. And although it's not in the book, but some devotees have told me that Prabhupada asked Bal Thackeray, "What do you want? Do you have any desire?" Bal Thackeray said, "I want power." And till his last day, he was in power. And if you can do the Google search, because he passed away sometime, I think in 2007 or 8, something like that. You can Google search it. And he passed away on the day after Srila Prabhupada's disappearance day in Kartik. This is how Prabhupada is. And Mr. Sethi, although Mr. Sethi never used to chant either, and Bal Thackeray never chanted also. So, but Mr. Sethi, Prabhupada was so careful about him, loving about him. Once Mr. Sethi was building some rooms in Juhu temple. And Prabhupada came to him. He said, "You're making rooms for my disciples. Krishna is making room for you in Golok Vrindavan." And if Prabhupada said that, there's nothing that we should not believe. So this is Prabhupada. Prabhupada has created this Govardhan hill of ISKCON, and he's inviting everybody, come take shelter, and I'll take you back. So today, on this Govardhan Puja day, we should take a resolve of staying under shelter of Prabhupada's instructions in ISKCON, make progress, and you all are in Delhi, so close to Govardhan Hill. You should go and do parikrama at least once in this month of Kartik. You all can go and you should do parikrama of Govardhan. I'll stop here. Giraj Maharaj ki jai. Anybody has any questions or comments?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
When I was in Vrindavan during Giriraj Parikrama, Jagannath Prabhu took us to a place where there is one kunda, and beside that there is one temple where there is a stones and there is some imprints of Krishna's footprints and all. What is that? And I think there is a temple of Madhavacharya found by created also.
That is not Madhvendrapuri.
Madhvendrapuri, sorry, yeah.
That is Govind Kund. That is the Govind Kund.
Okay. Okay, and that temple has some significance because there we saw some footprints of Krishna, Radharani, and many things.
That temple actually is in the parampara of Pushti Margi or other Vaishnava Sampradaya. So they worship Krishna as Govind, as Gopal, lifting Govardhan, Srinathji, popularly known as Srinathji. And wonderful tradition. And that is their main place because that is where Krishna was worshipped by Indra. And actually, near that is Anyorgaon, where Krishna lifted, from where Krishna lifted Govardhan. And also, that is a place, if you come out and go towards Govardhan, that is a place where Krishna does his Ras Leela during Basant time, springtime.
Okay.
So there is a place, it is written Basant Ras Leela Sthan.
Okay, Prabhuji.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, thank you so much. Actually, I went to that, and today while chanting, that place was coming in my mind. So I was not able to recall what was the significance of that place. So I thought to ask you.
Yeah, Govardhan is
much,
amazing. I mean, once I stayed at ISKCON ashram at Govardhan, and I stayed there for 3 days. And every day morning I would do parikrama, and in the evening I would take rickshaw because I had this book by Mahanidhi Maharaj about Govardhan parikrama. So I would go to each and every place that is mentioned in the book. Well, when you're doing parikrama, you don't go to all the places. So I went to each and every place and I saw all those places. So whenever I used to take devotees from Delhi for parikrama, and every time they said, probably every time you bring us to a new place at Govardhan. I said, there's so many places to see. What can I do? So we need at least 3-4 days to see all the places at Govardhan.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, I haven't done yet this Govardhan Parikrama. Though at the beginning, the footprints of Krishna appears. I've been there, and the temples which Anima Mataji was talking about, I've been visited those temples as well, but didn't get a chance to do the Parikrama.
You must have visited the place at Dan Ghati. Because this place, but Mataji is saying that is little bit on the interior.
Okay.
Dan Ghati is right at the exterior, so you might have visited. Many people go there.
Okay. So I think there are two temples just in front of each other.
Oh yeah.
On the Dan Ghati.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, Prabhuji, little about this Parikrama Marg. Is it like properly that what we can see on the background? There's some tracks on
Oh
the
yeah,
sides of it.
oh yeah, there is a track.
It really attracts, to do that Parikrama as soon as possible. If somebody has a van.
Yeah, Pramod Mohanty Prabhu goes regularly. Radha Prabhu, Rajiv Arora Prabhu, they all go regularly. You can go with them.
Okay. Surely, Prabhu.
Prabhuji, I was not able to complete full parikrama actually.
That's okay. That's okay. You can, if you cannot walk and complete, you can take a rickshaw and at least complete the parikrama. That's
It's 21
But he's,
kilometers.
yeah, it's, and Giraj is very merciful. If you have a desire, he will help you also.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Chalo, I guess it's getting late. So you all have a wonderful day. Hare Krishna. Jai Shila Prabhupada.
Thank you,
Giraj
Prabhu.
Maharaj
Jai
ki
Krishna.
Thank
Jai
you,
jai.
Srila
Prabhuji.
Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you.
Jai
Hare